Well, hello friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're joining us for the first time, I'm T of Crumpus Tea and Sewing here on YouTube as well as on Instagram. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a few of my plans for the hashtag Sew Maxi For Mother's Day challenge. So this is a challenge that I host with the beautiful Crystal or Crystal Sews and Stuff each year. This is our 4th year. If you want to know more about the challenge, I'll make sure that I put links in the description box below. You can go over and check out my initial video for this year's challenge. So I have quite a few things that I want to share with you today. Not only do I want to share with you my plans for the hashtag Sew Maxi For Mother's Day challenge, but I also want to share a few patterns that I picked up. This weekend, Joann is having their famous $1.99 sale for Simplicity patterns. So I picked up a couple of Simplicity patterns. And then also I have a big haul from Fabric Mart Fabrics. So they recently had 20% off of all their patterns, and I wanted to collect a few of the patterns for the remainder of this year. I am planning to sew some of these patterns, so I wanted to go ahead and pick these up while they were on sale. And I also picked up a really beautiful cotton sateen fabric that I want to share with you. So I have quite a few things that I want to share with you today. I'm so glad that you all tuned in. I have got my craft room ready to go. I think I have, I have a couple more things to do. I need to put up my pegboard systems, and after I put up my pegboard system, the craft room will be pretty much complete, and I'll be doing a reveal video soon. So stay tuned for that video, because I am going to share with you what my new craft room and my craft space looks like. So with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into the video. I'm going to go ahead and share with you these yummy new finds that I was able to pick up. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with the fabric. So this fabric that I picked up from Fabric Mart Fabrics, it is a new fabric. It's a new arrival, and I believe they still have more in stock. If they do, I'll make sure that I put the link in the description box below. When I first opened up the package and I saw this fabric, I was just like, oh my goodness, this looks more beautiful in person than it does on the screen. And so I was really happy that I was able to get this fabric. I'm going to go ahead and read to you the description before I show you the fabric. It is a bright teal blue, carnation pink, coral pink, multicolored cotton floral print. So it's 100% cotton, and it is able to be machine washed. I like that they put that information on the tag, so I don't have to go searching for the description on the site. And then also, because Fabric Mart don't always reorder, or because they carry a lot of dead stock fabric, they are not reordering a lot of these fabrics. And so if I forget to get the description off of the website, I like that they have it on the little tag here. So it is machine, you can wash it in a machine. And I purchased 4.5 yards of fabric. And the reason why I purchased so much is because this is on a 44-inch wide fabric, and I'm used to working on a 56 or higher width fabric. And so since I'm going to be working with a shorter width, I decided to get more fabric. I think I'm going to make a shirt dress or even a 2-piece. You guys know I love my 2 pieces. So I don't know, but with all that said, let me go ahead and show you this fabric, because it is very gorgeous fabric. So this is the fabric right here. And yeah, as you can see on the back of the fabric, the background is teal, as the description says. And you have these little floral details going throughout the fabric. I believe they're carnations, because that's what the description says. I don't really know my flowers all that well, but I believe these are carnations. And you have just an array of different colors here. There's dark pink, there's an orange color, an ivory color. So I really like this fabric. It's really soft. I love the drape of it. It's a lightweight fabric, and so it's definitely going to be for your late spring or summer type garments, and maybe even early fall. It's a very lightweight fabric, and so I really like that. And I'm thinking about, like I said, a shirt dress or some kind of button-up shirt and top, or a top and skirt. So if you're wondering, I am wearing my Lottie blouse. This is a pattern from Simple Sew. I did a review of this pattern a couple of months ago. This is the second version that I have made with the cheetah print on the fabric, and then also for the tie I just went with a solid black polyester fabric. So yeah, if you're interested in that video, I'll go ahead and put that in the description box or in an iCard. So yeah, I really like it. It's really fun, and it's holding up really well. All right, so let's go ahead and let's talk about some of my plans for the Sew Maxi for Mother's Day challenge. I did introduce a few loose plans in my first video, but I wanted to go ahead and share with you a solid plan. So I do have a solid plan for what I want to make for my skirt, and I might need some suggestions as to what type of band I should use for this skirt. I know you might be confused right now, but I'll explain here in a moment. So the pattern that I want to use for this fabric that I purchased from Joann is a pre-pleated Fortuny or accordion type pleated fabric, and it's a polyester fabric. I've never worked with a Fortuny before, so this is going to be really exciting. So I decided to go with the New Look N6605. This is an easy pattern, and it ranges in size from 8 to 20, and it has 3 different variations of a skirt that is supposed to be a pleated skirt. So I've made this skirt a couple of times, and I absolutely love it. I made a version for myself, and I also made a version for my daughter. The version for myself, I did, it has like a border on the bottom of the fabric, and it's just a beautiful fabric. I love that fabric, and I'll put a picture here so you can see what it looks like. Now, the reason why I selected this fabric or this pattern for this fabric is because it's very simple, easy, and basic, and I worked with the pattern before, so I know what to expect. And when you're using a fabric for the first time, you don't really want any surprises. You don't want to, you don't want to have any surprises, and you want the project to go as smooth as possible. And so I decided to just go to a basic pattern that I was familiar with so that I don't have any surprises or that I don't ruin the fabric. So I intend on making the long version of this, which is view B. And I'm not going to use the pleats in the pattern. So I think I'm going to either omit the pleats, or either the section that is supposed to be pleated, I'm going to go ahead and gather that in. And we'll see. But this pattern calls for pockets, and I'm definitely not going to add the pockets. Like I said, haven't worked with this type of fabric before, so I don't want any surprises. So I'm going to omit the pockets as well. And yeah, so that's basically what I am looking to do. And the pattern calls for, let's see, for view B, it calls for 2 3/8 yards of fabric. So if I make size 16, 18, or 20, which most likely I'm going to be using either the 18 or the 20 size, I am definitely going to need every bit of that fabric. I picked up, for my first trip to Joann Fabrics, I picked up 2.5 yards of fabric for this, and then I realized that the fabric is on the pleats on the fabric is on the cross grain of the fabric, and so I'm going to have to turn my pattern pieces to make sure that the pleats are going down my body. So instead of going across, so I have to make sure that the pleats are going vertical instead of going horizontal. And so I had to go back and get more fabric because the fabric is on the cross grain. And that's another reason why I selected this pattern as well, because on the back of the envelope, it even tells you to cut on the cross grain. So so that makes it makes it really, really easy for me to actually have a fabric and a pattern that can both be cut on the cross grain which will also be great for drape and for the longevity of the pattern as well. So I'm really happy about this choice, and I think that's the choice I'm going to go with. Now, in terms of the waistband, let's go back to what I said before I talked about the pattern that I was going to choose, that I need your help selecting a type of waistband. So with this type of fabric, it is common for people to actually sew an elastic band on top of the waistline of the skirt, and most people gather the fabric in first and then sew the waistband on top of that. At least that's what my research has been showing. So that is an option that I can actually choose. I can actually do an exposed waistband. However, I'm not really big into exposed waistbands, but that is an option that I can choose. I also saw an option where you can use gross grain ribbon, and you can also use it the same method that you would use for the exposed elastic, you would also do for the gross grain ribbon. However, with the gross grain ribbon, you most likely would have to do an extra step, because the gross grain ribbon does not stretch. It's not an elastic band, and so you would have to put either snaps on the top of your ribbon, or you would have to do some kind of bar enclosure or something like that, which also means you would have to leave part of the skirt in the center back open so that you can put snaps back there, and so that you can open your garment and get in and out. I'm not sure I want to do all that and make all those different choices with a fabric that I am so new to sewing with. So I don't know if that's a choice that I'm going to make. The last option that I have is I could just use the elastic band that's inside this pattern here, and I can do an encased elastic band. And I think that one might be more favorable, just because, like I said, this is my first time working with this fabric. But I would have to find some fabric that is very similar to this fabric, and that does not have the pleats in the fabric, and then use that for it, because I feel like using the pre-pleated pleats as a waistband is going to go horribly wrong. So I think I'm going to go back to Joann and look and see if I can find some fabric that is very similar, like a silky solid fabric, and use that for my waistband, and then encase the elastic inside the waistband. So those are my three options. If you've ever sewn with 14-toonie fabrics or any kind of accordion fabrics that has preset pleats in the fabric, chime in below. Let me know what your thoughts are and what my options are. If I have more options than the three that I've just listed here, let me know in the comment section below how you would attach a waistband to for toonie type skirts. So the second garment that I want to make for the Sew Maxi for Mother's Day challenge is this Simplicity pattern here, and it's Simplicity S9469, and it's this top here, this top pattern here, and I want to do this one here. And the Maxi Dress challenge, you can make statement type tops for the challenge. This one is, I think, on the borderline. It doesn't have like big voluminous sleeves, but the sleeves do make a statement. And so I think I'm going to do this version right here. This pattern calls for chambray, lawn, rayon, silky type fabrics, and also soft cottons. And I'm thinking about making this with a silky fabric. It's a silky chiffon fabric that I purchased from Joann Fabrics, and I want this to match the Fortuny skirt. And so I'll show you what the fabric looks like. And if you tuned into I think it's the video before my last video, I talked a little bit about some of the plans that I might have for the maxi dress challenge. If you look at that video, you'll see that I featured this fabric in that video as well. But I wasn't quite for sure what I wanted to do at that point. But now that we are coming to the end of the maxi dress challenge, I have made definitive choices, and so this is one of them. And so I've already started on my mock-up of this, and it's starting to look really good. I just need to figure out, you know, more fitting issues, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut out my fabric. And so I'm definitely more closer to finishing this project than the skirt at this point. But like I said, chime in below, let me know your thoughts. And yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you've sewn this pattern before, let me know if there are some things that I need to look for. If there are any hiccups or anything like that, I would be most appreciated. I have 2 more patterns that I want to try to get to before the end of the challenge. If I don't get to this before the end of the challenge, I'm definitely going to make these patterns before the end of the year. So this is the Simplicity S 9550. This is a Mimi G pattern. She started to include plus size patterns into her collection. And so if you want to get this pattern, it is available in the plus sizes. So this is the pattern right here. It's such a cute skirt and top. It's so fun. I really like it. And both of these would actually qualify for the maxi dress challenge, because for the skirt, she has another view in here that is for view C. It's a maxi dress or a maxi skirt pattern, and so it's really cute. And then for the top, it has a little bit of a V-neck in the back. I don't know if it's very deep or not, but I think it would be really cute to do something like that. If I don't make the top, I'm definitely going to make the skirt. I haven't decided if I want to make the top or not, just simply because I don't know how deep that V is. So once I open up the pattern, cut out all the pieces, I'll see how deep the V is, and if that's something that I would like for my particular taste and my style. Lastly, I want to make the new look in 6691. This is an easy pattern, and it is a pattern that has 2 different variations of a pair of slacks. So view A is these really wide-legged pants that I think are really fun and cute. Now, the waist of this is elasticated. I'm not particularly thrilled about the elasticated waist, but I really like the style of the pants, and I think that they would be really fun to wear, especially like around town or in the house. It looks like a loungewear. They have slanted pockets on the side. If you do view B, you get more of a slimmer version of the pair of pants. So view A is the wide leg, view B is the straight leg, and then you also have a sash that you can make with it as well. The pattern has 8 pattern pieces in it, and it calls for fabrics such as denim, lightweight twill, linen, silky types, and soft poplin. Now it has denim on here, but the way that this pattern is draped, I would definitely say you would want a lightweight denim, more of a chambray than an actual like heavy medium weight denim, even for view B, just simply because you are using elastic in your waistband. And I'm here to tell you, I've been there, tried that earlier on in sewing, and you're not going to be able to get an elastic and heavy denim that's going to be a very good structured garment. So I definitely would say lightweight denim. All right, so let's get into some more stuff. Let's get into some of these patterns that I just recently purchased. So the 2 patterns that I just showed you, the Mimi G pattern and then the new look pattern, those were 2 that I just purchased from the Simplicity haul that I just picked up from Joann's. I also picked up 2 more patterns. This is the Simplicity S 9549. So this is a relatively new pattern. Again, the size is quite small. It's size 6 to 18. And as of my knowledge, I have not seen any other patterns where for this particular pattern anyway, I haven't seen additional sizes for this. So I think this is the size that you get for this pattern. So in this pattern, it suggests fabrics such as batiks, chambray, gauze, gingham, linen blends, poplins, and soft cottons. You get 3 different pattern pieces for this particular pattern. You have a pair of pants that have an elasticated waist, a pair of shorts that have an elasticated waist, and a skirt that has an elasticated waist. The elasticated waist, you have, let's see here, I think you have, there are multiple channels that you're going to create for your waistband. I think it's about anywhere from 4 to 5. And so it has like that paper bag look. And then you also have these oversized pockets that go on the side of the shorts and the skirt. The pants do not feature that. So I don't know if you have inseam pockets in this pattern or not, but you don't have any oversized outside pockets for view A, but you do for views B and C. I'm guessing because views A and B are going to be just a different variation of one another, you could probably still put those oversized pockets on view A if you wanted to. But I thought that this would be really cute, especially the skirt. It's a really cute, fun little skirt, and I thought that that would be really fun to have. I also picked up the Simplicity S9545. This one comes in sizes, let's see here, 10 to 22. So those are the only sizes that you get with this one. It is a really cute baby doll type top. You have 3 different variations. View C is sleeveless. You have a peplum that's on the bottom of the bodice of the top that is gathered onto the bodice. You also have the option of doing a long sleeve that is it's like a statement sleeve. Both sleeves are statement sleeves, or you could do a shorter sleeve, and then the sleeves you have a gathered sleeve head. So I think that this is really cute and fun, and it probably would look nice on my body type. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. It says that it's easy to sew as well. Now for my Fabric Mart Fabrics pattern haul. So I purchased the Marlowe sweater by True Bias. This came out last year, and ever since it came out, I have been dying to get it. You get 2 different groups of sizes. I decided to get the 14 to 30. So that's going to be more on your plus size for the patterns. And this is the pattern. It's such a cute sweater. It's called, like I said, the Marlowe pattern, and it's an oversized sweater with drop shoulders, a deep V neckline, wide bands, and large buttons on the front of the sweater. You could do a crop length version, which is view A, or you could do a longer version, and you also have the option to put patch pockets on for view B. And yeah, view B also hits around the mid thigh area, and so it's not going to be the crop version. It'll be a little longer. So it calls for medium weight fabrics such as sweater knit fabrics, French terry, shirt weight, sweatshirt fabrics, and polar fleece fabrics, rib knits, and boucle. So I think that that is all really fun, and I'm excited to make this. I've been dying to get this ever since it came out. I also picked up the Friday Pattern Company Sagebrush top. I like this top, and I've been dying to get this as well. This is just a top that basically is, I think it requires fabrics such as vols and those types of fabrics. It doesn't tell me on the back of here, but it's like for woven type fabrics, and it's very easy, and the size range is very, very large. I really like that about Friday Pattern Company. They usually include a lot of large sizes, which is really nice. So it goes from extra small to 7X. And yeah, so that's the Sagebrush, and I'll show you the line art here. Such a cute little fun top. I got this older pattern by Closet Core Patterns. It's the Charlie Caftan, and I've been dying to get this for a long time, since I started the Maxi Dress Challenge with Crystal back in, I think it was 2018, I think it was 2018 or 19 that we started this challenge. I've been dying to get this, and I'm just now getting my hands on a copy of it. I mean, I could have a long time ago. It's just I never did. But I'm happy to have it now. This is also an easy pattern rated for advanced beginners. It's light to medium weight woven fabrics such as linen, chambray, tencel linen, and rayon, challis, crepe de chine, silk, chiffon, and voile type fabrics. So very, very fun. Your pattern size is from 0 to 20. So I really like that one. I also picked up the PIETRA, I believe that's how you pronounce that, the PIETRA Pants and Shorts by Closet Core Patterns. Just something fun that I would like to make for summer. I really like the wide leg pants, and that's view A. But you could also make view C, which is the shorts. I think that the waistline in the front and these different these seam lines in the front of the garment is very interesting. I really like these, and I hope to make a pair of pants for summer. Yeah, I really like these. And the size range again is from 0 to 20. It calls for linen, chambray, lightweight denim, twill. You could do heavyweight woven fabrics if you want more structure. And yeah, you could do like a rayon challis or tencel if you want something more flowy. So very fun pattern. I also picked up the Melville cardigan and vest. This pattern goes from extra small to 2XL, and it has A, B, and C, and D cup sizes included. And this is also for your advanced beginners, and you're going to be using jersey type fabrics, ponte knits, French terry, or stable sweater knits for this. And yeah, it's calling for fabrics to be on a 58-inch fabric only. So I don't know what those pattern pieces are going to look like, but they're calling for wide fabric. So I really like that one. And then lastly, I picked up the Chevelle coat by Liesel or Liesel and Company. And this come in sizes 0 to 20. And I was thinking about a wool coat. I have many different patterns for wool coats, but this one is aligned, and I think most of the patterns that I have are not lined. So I wanted something for that. And then also I like the fact that this collar is a notch collar, and it looks very easy. It has a 2-piece sleeve. You have some pockets that's on the front of the coat. It calls for let's see here, it calls for medium to heavyweight woven fabrics like wool coating, tweed, canvas, denim, and twill. Lining, you will be using a rayon lining. So yeah, I really like this, and this is for your intermediate to advanced sewists, and the pattern size is from 0 to 20. That's basically all of the patterns and the fabric and my ideas and plans that I have to share with you today. Thank you so much for sticking around. I hope you all had a fun time, and I hope that you can chime in below. Let me know what I should do with, like I said, my Fortuny fabric. And then also if you have any ideas about the Simplicity pattern that I plan to sew for the top. If you have sewn that pattern before, let me know in the comment section below what your experience was like and if you had any problems or anything like that. All right, everyone. So thank you so much for stopping by and tuning in. I hope you all have a blessed and happy day. And until next time, stay creative. Bye. Happy sewing.